Second fastest qualifiers this morning. They've made some changes to their team, but no surprises, Andrew.
No, I made the point this morning that it would be interesting if they swam Petria Thomas, and they have done just that. But I actually disagree with the order. They've gone with they've front-ended this race with starting with Susie O'Neill, who is the fastest. And I think what Don Talbot should have looked at doing is swimming Susie and Petria third and fourth to give them as much rest as is possible. But he is the head coach of the Australian swimming team, and he's made his decision. And I just think that Susie may still have a little bit of lactic acid in her system, and they need to facilitate that lactic acid as much as possible and give her as much rest as they can.
There are the Australians, Susie O'Neill, Jan Rooney, Kirsten Thompson and Petria Thomas. First the Canadians in lane 1. Nice hats.
One of the things about the relay teams, quite often the teams get out and have a little bit of fun, which is always great to see.
Francisca van Elmsick. This may be one of her final appearances. She said she'll retire after Sydney.
And that could be the dark horse of this race, the German team.
In lane 3, Romania. Emilia Potek will swim first for them, 7th in the 200 back on Tuesday. The Americans have made changes too. Strong lineup this one now. Arsenault very fast. She led them this morning. She'll be seen in that role again. Mons Benko and Jenny Thompson.
We need this crowd to lift these Australians.
Jan Rooney, Kirsten Thompson and Petria Thomas, Australia.
It's going to be difficult for Susie and Petria to refocus here, but it's just what they need to do. They need to focus on the task at hand, and that's this relay.
Alongside the Australians in lane 6, Italy. Sang their praises. Yorabanti taking off a gold medal tonight in the 200 breaststroke. Lane 7, France.
And in lane 8, represented by Nicola Jackson.
Lane 8, Great Britain.
And Karen Pickering, Great Britain. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the teams for the final of the women's 4x200-meter freestyle relay.
So Susie O'Neill back in the pool. So too Petria Thomas.
The Americans are very buoyed from their surprise win tonight. They're cheering for their team. Can the Australians upset the apple cart tonight? Get in ahead of the Americans? Will it be the Germans?
Realistically, what do you think?
I think the Americans are definitely looking the favourites, especially particularly after Petria and Susie have already swum.
So she's gone out quickly. In the centre of the pool in lane 4, the USA, Arsenault, I mentioned earlier, very fast this morning, ranked number 12 in the world. And she's matching strokes with Susie O'Neill in lane 5 for Australia. The Italians only about half a body length off the pace, which is in lane 2 with Germany.
Yeah, if there's one thing that Susie O'Neill really enjoys, and that's a challenge. She needs to give these Australians a big lead here if they're going to be given a chance against these Americans. Francisca van Elmsick is giving the Germans a great lead at this stage of the race.
Expect Susie to come on now, the gold medalist in the 200 free last night. In about 4th place at the moment. Germany in front, Van Elmsick. The Canadians may be second, that's Limpet. And now O'Neill starting to lift in the center of the pool. Arsenault trying to go with her. The Americans in lane 3. Germany in front, Canada challenging. And now O'Neill lifting in 4.
O'Neill would have to be feeling the effects of this 200 butterfly. But she just needs a big swim for her. She needs to bring in these legs and bring home the Australians. Give them a good lead, so that Jan Rooney could go out after it into clear water.
Could have done with that turn earlier tonight. She's up in front now. Terrific turn. Powerful finish. Look at Susie O'Neill finding something for the team, finding something for the country. She's up there in front, moved past Van Elmsick. The crowd loving it. Coming on is Potek, the Romanian, in 3, but the Australians change first. Terrific swim by Susie O'Neill. Gian Rooney in the water, ranked number 8 in the world. The 17-year-old from Brisbane. Across into the Germans. Buchholz is second.
Well, that was a brilliant swim by Susie O'Neill. 158.70 after the 200 butterfly. Is there anything this girl can't do? Feel the heart, feel her soul, feel the guts that she's got.
The Germans and the Australians in front. Buchholz and Rooney. The Americans slightly off the speed at the moment. Back about a metre. Romania, Pataru, doing quite well across in lane number 3. Still the Australians lead. Buchholz, a very good swimmer for the Germans. In fact, their entire team looks strong on paper, and as Andrew predicted, not without claims in this.
I just think Gian Rooney needs to attack this first 100 a little bit more. She has to work her turns and keep the lead that Susie O'Neill has given the Australian team, because Jenny Thompson is anchoring the Americans, and she's very fast over the 200 metres.
Proud and fine voice getting behind the Australians. Gian Rooney still the leader. Buchholz still in second place, and the Americans starting to come on now. Swimming this leg, Diana Muntz, the silver medalist in the 400, back on Sunday. She'll work into this strongly. At her shoulder, Pataru, the Romanian. Buchholz and Rooney in front with the Americans coming on. 50 metres remaining on this leg. The Australians go around in first place. Germans second. The Americans third. Romania fourth.
Gian Rooney's a great finisher. She needs to bring in the legs. She's got to give Kirsten Thompson a great lead here, and Kirsten Thompson needs to swim the race of her life. They must maintain this lead if they're going to win this race.
Well, Rooney's done very well over the last 20 metres or so. She's pulled away. Buchholz feeling the effects, dropping back. The Americans coming on through Muntz. The halfway point in the race. Kirsten Thompson, so good this morning. A hometown girl in the water with the lead. It's over a body length in second place. Benko from the United States. She won the US trials in 2045. The silver medalist at the Pan Pacs. Thompson leads.
Now Thompson has to be very careful here that she doesn't get caught up in the emotion of this event. She's using her legs a lot here, and she has to be careful not to use them too much, because she'll really fade in the last lap. So she just needs to relax, take her time, maintain the lead, and finish strongly.
To say she's looking pretty good. Benko in second place. The Germans falling back. The Italians coming on. Striani may have moved to third. The chant has gone up, trying to will these Australians on. Will it work? Kirsten Thompson, halfway through her leg, has maintained the lead so far. What can Benko muster here? Good turn by the American, creeps a little closer. Back in lane 3. Romania now have moved to third place. But the first two have slipped away. The Australian Thompson and Benko the American.
Well, Kirsten Thompson needs to work this third turn. Benko is a very good turner, and if she's going to maintain this lead in this last lap, she has to explode off the wall.
Tria Thomas waiting her turn alongside Jenny Thompson. The action at the other end of the pool. Thompson goes around. That's Kirsten Thompson for Australia, 17 years of age, and now the American making her move. That's Lindsay Benko. Benko at her shoulder. Thompson needs to give Thomas something against Jenny Thompson. I know it's confusing. In front, Thompson. Trying hard is Benko. Thompson, can she stay in front? A stroke the margin. Benko trying hard. The last leg coming up. Thompson, the Australian, in front. Benko almost on terms. Tria Thomas in the water now. Jenny Thompson almost on terms. They hit the water together. Thomas upstroking first. Thompson in second place. Going to break back to lane 2. That's Germany, Hasek.
Look, there's one thing that Jenny Thompson is. She's a fantastic relay swimmer. But I have every faith in Tria Thomas. She's a true champion. She's an Olympic medalist. She knows pressure.
Well, she's got it here then. Jenny Thompson, Tria Thomas around together. Technique will be everything. Both of them turn very well. Thomas marginally the better, I think. Up just in front. Jenny Thompson, a personal best of 1:59.49, a total of 7 Olympic medals. 27-year-old from California. And perhaps she's drawn just in front. Thompson from Thomas. Germany back in third place. With the race out in front. 100 meters to swim. Jenny Thompson goes around first. Thomas is second. Their teammates jumping around behind the blocks, getting involved as best they can. But really, they can only watch on. Jenny Thompson and Petria Thomas.
Petria shouldn't panic here in this third 50. She's trying to get up to Jenny Thomas a little bit too fast. She needs to leave some left for this last 50, and she has to watch Jenny Thompson's turn. She's very good on the turns.
Petria Thomas breathing to her right. She can see Jenny Thompson. Thompson looking back. Final turn, almost together. Petria comes hard off the wall. Thompson the leader, though. It's Thompson from Thomas working back down the pool. America in front of Australia. Germany clearly third. Jenny Thompson, the American, in front. She's increasing her lead. Thomas trying to go with her. Can't, I don't think. Thompson by half a body length. She's starting to draw away. Thomas still working. Germany finishing fast. That's Kilgars. Thomas starting to weaken. Thompson is going to win the gold medal. Australia will get the silver. They do. Germany third. The Americans win in 7:57.8.
That is a new Olympic record for the Americans. What a magnificent race by these two great swimming nations. Silver to the Australians, gold to the Americans, bronze to the Germans.
Jenny Thompson.
As I said, Jenny Thompson, a magnificent relay swimmer, and you have to give credit where credit's due. I think that the Americans really won it on their turns and changeovers. Although Jenny Thompson, she certainly was stronger in that last 50.
Congratulations all round. And now the celebrations begin. The big freestyle. The Australians settling for silver and bronze in the women's 200 butterfly. The surprise winner, Misty Hyman from the USA. O'Neill got the silver, and Petria Thomas swam the ankle leg in the relay, with Australia getting silver in that.